Major changes are coming to police departments all across the country in the wake of George Floyd's death. The shift has largely been spurred by the defund the police department movement. Our 10 News reporter John Horn joins us. And John, a lot of people have a lot of questions about what this really means.
Steve, you hear the term defund the police and it sounds drastic, as if the police would have no funding. And that leads to natural questions, such as if you're the victim of a violent crime, you want to be able to call 911 and have an officer come and protect you. Well, the people behind this movement say this is all about reshaping how public safety works in our society.
George Floyd's death in late May has sparked a wave of intense debate over the role of police in our society. In Minneapolis, where Floyd died, city officials have already said they would replace their police department with a new public safety system. New York and Los Angeles are also moving toward police budget cuts. On Monday, San Diego's city council voted to increase the police budget, but was overwhelmed with callers imploring the officials to defund SDPD.
We have to look at what we have right now and re-envision how it works as a whole. I think that policing has to change fundamentally into a community, into the community is involved into it.
The council instead created the city's first office on race and equity. The debate moves this week to Chula Vista and Escondido, which are weighing budgets. Proponents want officials to reroute tens of millions of dollars from departments to social services like homelessness, mental health, and economic resources.
In addition to freeing up police officers to respond to those prepping calls of violence, of breaking and entering and things like that, you have individuals who have training in mental health, and you end up having improved public safety across the board.
But even as police budgets are cut in some of America's biggest cities, the next steps will take intense, complex debate.
It's very easy to say you're going to defund the police. It's a lot harder to change decades worth of policing policies.
Schaefer, who heads the San Diego Police Officers Association. He tells me some ideas are good, such as increasing funding for homeless social services, but he added that communities still need policing to stay safe, and so getting to the answer for this will involve a lot of real hard debate. Steve?
A lot of debate. John, so in addition to individual cities taking action, we also know the House Democrats unveiled a police reform bill. So how do these two intersect?
Well, there's the national, which is already devolving into partisan politics. This bill would do some things that people have talked about for a while: increase transparency, ban chokeholds. But there's also the fact that these police departments report to the local city councils. As you saw earlier this week, the San Diego City Council talked about its own police department, Chula Vista, Escondido, doing that this week. So they answer locally, a lot of local things. I think you're going to have to keep your ear to the ground locally to see what really happens. We had a great conversation, Joe St. George and I, the national political editor for 10 News. That is on our website. You can hear more of that, watch more of that if you go click on that, 10news.com. Steve?
Look forward to that conversation. John, thank you.